Hey, what's up? Ian here, and today I'd like to talk about this Dunu Falcon Ultra. It is a single dynamic driver IM, and man, do they sound so good. The retail price for this is 240 bucks. It is available on HiFiGo's website, so if you are interested, do head over to hifigo.com, or I'll leave the unaffiliated link in the description below so you guys can conveniently click on it. Right, so in this video I'm going to go through the accessories, design, build quality, fit and comfort, my sound impression. I'll compare it with another IEM and I'll give it my star rating. Now this video will have time chapters, so please feel free to skip to the chapter that you are interested in. So let's first start off with the specifications, which is at the back of this box. The frequency range is 5 Hz to 40,000 Hz. Impedance is 16 ohms and the sensitivity is 108. As I mentioned, this is a single dynamic driver IEM. It's a 10.7mm dynamic driver. The diaphragm is a lithium magnesium alloy dome with second generation Eclipse morphology and fully independent soft suspension surround. Man, that is a mouthful. The magnet system is an external ring type magnet assembly. Okay. So that's the specifications. Now for accessories inside this box, you'll find a plethora of accessories, and I'm fully amazed with what you get for 240 bucks. That's a lot. Okay, first of course the user guide and some cleaning cloth, all right, and a carrying case. And this carrying case is so nice, even though it's big, but it does its job. It's a hard shell case. It's got a zipper, very nice zipper. It's fabric on the outside. On the inside you've got elastic band to keep the IEM in place. It doesn't jiggle around. And you've got a mesh pocket here to put your accessories. And overall, this is a very nice case. It fits the IEM just nice. It goes into my bag, not into my pocket, but yeah, it protects my IEM. That's the main thing. Now the rest of the accessories, let me just go one by one. Now another accessory which I love very much, and I hope that they sell separately. I'm not too sure if they do, but this is an IEM pouch, right? So what happens is that you put your individual IEM into this pouch and it will protect the IEM from scratches, from knocks, from each other as well, yeah, it protects the IEM from scratches basically. And very nice accessory. I love this accessory, especially when I put the IEM in my pocket. This will really help me protect the IEM. I hope that they sell this separately. I would buy this pouch if they do, right? So yeah, very nice accessory for that. Now they come with also a cleaning brush, right? This is a cleaning brush, okay, for the nozzle. And this adapter here, this adapter is a 1/4" adapter that you can connect the 3.5, and you can connect this to your hi-fi system and enjoy your music through this IEM. It comes with some O-rings, and this O-rings is together with this nozzle. So this IEM has got an interchangeable nozzle, which you can change the tuning, not by a lot, but you can change the tuning with this nozzle. There are two different nozzles that it comes with, the blue one and the gold one. So later I'll talk about the sound, okay? And then the cable will come with this adapter, all right, interchangeable plug, all right, so you can change to either 3.5 or 4.4, which I'll talk about later. Now let's talk about ear tips, and there's a lot of ear tips. There are 4 different types, I think, but the one that is outstanding to me is this SNS tips. I mean, this tip comes with with a few of their IEMs already, and it's their in-house brand. All right, this is their SNS tip, and it's really good. At first, when I first used it, I wasn't used to it because of the cylindrical shape of this, and I'm not really used to it. But after a while, and I learned how to put it on, you don't insert it directly into the ear. You actually have to expand your ear canal. Put your hands at the back of your head and pull your ear out a bit to open up the ear canal, and then insert the IEM into your ears. And that's when, and that's how these ear tips, these ear SNS tips will give you that seal, at the same time that comfort as well. So yeah, I love these ear tips. They also have their in-house candy ear tips. They call it a candy ear tips, but these are basically base, well, more or less balanced to base type of ear tips, similar to their balanced ear tips right here. The flange and the overall inner core is almost similar, but this candy ear tips has got a better type of articulation and implementation of the inner core. The flange on the candy ear tips is a little bit softer, but the softest one would be these bass boosted ones, and they have a very soft flange. Okay, so yeah, it's actually a pretty good ear tip, right? And but overall, my favorite ear tip for now is this SNS ear tip, right, from Dunu themselves. Okay, so that's for the ear tips. Very, very nice ear tips. And also for the cable, is a very, very nice cable, and in fact they do sell this cable separately, and it is the Dunu DUW02 Pro. Right, so this cable, man, is a type 4 braided cable with single crystal copper silver plated conductor wire. The overall diameter of the cable is 24 AWG. It even have its own serial number for each cable, and it's solid. You know, this cable feels so premium in my hands, and I love this cable very much. And it's so easy to manage. It does not tangle. It's got a good form, good body to the cable. Even if you bundle it up like so, you know, it comes out easily, just like that. Look at that, it's so easy to manage this cable. And I like the fact that it comes with interchangeable termination, so you can actually unplug this. All right, it's knurled on this side, and once you unplug it, there's some arrow here to show you how to change the other plug or the other termination. Just align the arrow, just push it in, and that's it. That's how easy it is to change the termination of this cable. It's got a Y splitter, as I showed you. It's got a serial number on the Y splitter, chin slider as well. Ear hooks is nice and soft. Yeah, and it's terminated with or connected with the MMCX to the IEM. Okay, right, so that's for the cable. Now let's talk about the IEM itself, and so beautiful. The IEM is so nice. It's the same as the Dunu Falcon Pro, okay, but yeah, this blue is a clean blue, and it looks so oceany, so nice. And look at the craftsmanship, it's so nice and exquisite. As you can see, it's very plain, right? And that's, you know, the good thing about it is classy looking. It's, you know, simplistic, and you can see it's mirror-like finish. One thing though, it's a fingerprint magnet, and you can, you know, wipe it off, right? So they do give a cloth for you to wipe off the fingerprints, and it'll become shiny again. It's got this mirror finish, and then on the inside, in fact, the overall shell is made of metal. The inner core here is actually quite nice, ergonomic as well, and it does have a very prominent indication of left and right. It's got some vents here, and the nozzle is interchangeable, as I mentioned earlier, so you can change it to the gold nozzle, right? Just unscrew it and you can change it out very easily. And one thing very thoughtful of them is that they provided extra O-rings for you to change out if your current O-rings wear out, because, you know, as you take in and out, the O-ring will fail because it's rubber, you know, and it will lose that seal. So once in a while, once the seal goes out, you can change out the O-ring, and then you get a fresh new seal. Okay, so very nice shell, very nice design. Now let's talk about fit and comfort, and they fit my ears very well. These are like the, you know, the famous blonde BL03s. They are small form factor. They go into the ear at a very unique angle, and these are the same. And I can sleep with these. I am very nice and comfortable. For deeper insertion, I would use a smaller ear tip. so it goes even deeper into my ears, and I can sleep with this, right? Very comfortable to wear, no pain or any fatigue or any sharp edges or anything like that. So very comfortable. In terms of seal, these S&S ear tips, they give me a very good seal. Let me see, the other one that gave me a very good seal was this one. Right, the candy ear tips. Candy ear tips, they give me a very good seal as well. This one has got a little bit more grip to the surface of the ear tip, so this one gave me a bit more seal. But the most grippiest one is actually the S&S ear tips. It's very grippy. It does collect a bit of lint, quite a bit of lint and dust as well. So once in a while, clean it with an ultrasonic cleaner, or even, you know, just a soapy water, you know, that will do the trick, and it will become very grippy again. Okay, so that's for seal. Now let's jump into sound. So before I do that, let me clear my table, so be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and let's first talk about drivability of this. And man, these are so easy to drive. I've been listening to this at a volume level of 20%. And they are really comfortable, easy to drive type of IEM. I've used it with my iPhone, iPad, MacBook, my dongles and my DAPs. I've mainly been using it with my M15S over here, the Fios. But you know, the more I listen to it, the more I feel that it's not really suitable for this IEM, because this IEM is really organic, really musical, and it's got a very big sound, very thick sound. So I feel that a player with a thick volume would, you know, match this really well. And I would feel that the iPods, they are really analog, very musical, very old school. And it really matches this IEM really well. All right, so things that are warm, okay, that has got a very thick, warm analog musical sound will fit this IEM. As for dongles, this is the perfect match, which is the FC6. It's not a cheap dongle, okay, so I would say maybe something cheaper would go with it, like the TP20. Okay, this actually pretty well. It matches the Dunu Falcon Ultra pretty well. And yeah, so anything that is warm sounding, musical and fun type of player, you know, it will match this IEM really well. Now in terms of tone and timbre for this IEM, they are warm, it's organic, it's fun, it's casual sounding, it's overall a very musical set. Note weight is textured, is heavy, and overall, yeah, it's natural sounding. Okay. Now in terms of technical performance, even though these are fun, you know, but they have a very technical fun to it. A very well performing IEM, and the soundstage on this, when I listened to this IEM, I didn't expect it to have such a good soundstage. Usually single dynamic driver IEMs don't really give me a very wide soundstage, but this surprised me very much. The soundstage is so wide, so big, so organic, so spacious. I'm really amazed, and by this single dynamic driver IEM, you know, the performance of the soundstage is big, is huge, alright, and very organic and spacious and natural soundstage. The sound separation and the layering and the imaging is so good as well. I can identify the instruments very easily, and they are all well separated. It's got layers as well. Instruments in the middle, vocals in front, and percussions and background singers are at the sides. Very nice layer on this soundstage. The detail retrieval though is not the most detailed IEM. Most of the details are veiled by the bass, but it's still a very clear sound, and details are, some nuances can be picked up, but the overall resolution on this is fantastic. It's so nice. The sound is so clear and so quality, I would say. Yeah, when I listen to it, I can hear the quality of the sound that was being produced. So very good resolution. Now let's talk about the sound signature. Let me bring out my graph and show you the graph. Alright, so this is the graph of the Falcon Ultra, and if you look at this graph, this is bass light, All right, it's not a bass heavy IEM, so it's not for bass hit, but it's quite a balanced tuning, and the treble is fast, is energetic, and is bright. Okay, so if on the whole it's still a V-shaped tune IEM, as you can see the mids are kind of recessed, and it's a lot of mid bass emphasis, so it's a very thick sound. All right, it produces a very thick sound. For the sub bass is rolled off, it's not emphasized, so when I listen to my tracks, right, most of the time I feel more punch than rumble, but rumble is a quality rumble, is a thick rumble, is firm, is toe tapping, and is very textured, very organic type of rumble. And the clarity together with the technical performance, it sounds a very quality and very matured rumble. Okay, so that's for the rumble. For the mids, is very thumpy, very impactful. The slam is there, it's hard. At the same time, you know, its texture is colored, and it's a very firm type of thump. Okay, it's really good. Even though, you know, it's a bit too much, it does bleed into the mids, but if you want that fun and that casual feel, and that toe tapping and head bobbing type of situation and listening experience, this is a very good type of presentation in terms of the mid bass. I feel that sometimes, you know, I just need to let loose, hang loose, and let my hair down and just bang my head. This IEM with that quality of the driver, it gives you a very good head banging experience. Okay, now for the lower mids, which is your mids, most of the instruments are veiled, but they are clear, they've got a good presence, they sound natural, they sound warm as well, thick as well, and overall I would say it's a casual type of listening experience for the musical instruments. Pianos and my violins, I mean, they sound casual, they don't sound detailed, not as detailed, but they sound detailed, and you know, overall very casual listening lah. It depends on the situation when I'm listening to my music, and most of the time, you know, I like to, when I'm at home, I will listen to it in a critical manner, but when I'm out and about, I don't mind just casually listening to my music, and this is just the right situation and right IEM for that kind of situation, right? So it depends on what situation and environment you're in when you're listening to your mids. Okay, so yeah, it's veiled, all right, it's colored, heavy note weight as well. Now for vocals, male vocals, they sound really good on this IEM. They've got authority there, they sound textured, they sound engaging, all right, a very engaging male vocals. Female vocals, they sound energetic, they sound present, they got that sparkle there, they are thick, also a little bit too thick, they are, well, fun sounding, and they've got that brightness and energy as well to blend in with that fun. So overall, a very fun experience listening to female vocals as well. For the treble, they are, the peanut gain to the treble is actually pretty energetic, very clear, very bright as well, very overall a very natural sounding treble, okay, to the peanut gain, and it's overall a very present treble, as you can see here, and also a very bright, and they've got sparkle there. This, even though it's bass, as in mid bass heavy, it's got that treble brightness and also the sparkle up at the top end here. So it's a very good balance, as I say, and a very well implemented treble. Very safe also, it's not sibilant, it's not shouty, and it's not harsh. Okay, definitely not harsh. The overall trail off and the decay of the treble is also very natural as well. Doesn't have any unnatural airiness to it and unnatural lingering of the decay of the treble. So simple strikes, hi-hats, they sound really nice on this IEM, and textured as well, very organic type of roll off. Okay, so that's the overall sound signature of the Dunu Falcon Ultra, and on the whole, I find that this is a very nice and musical set with quality. So it not only it sounds good, it looks good, it feels good, the price is just right. So for that, I find that this, you know, it suits quite a lot of musical genre of music, pop songs, heavy metal, R&B, anything that is mainstream. It sounds really good, really casual, really musical and organic. It transforms your music to a very nice and musical and, well, how you want to enjoy your music, not really listen to it in a very critical manner. Okay, so for that, I would give this IEM a 4-star out of 5-star rating. Yep, a very, very well performing IEM, and I like it very much. And if you ask me to buy this for a friend, I will pay money to buy this IEM and gift it to a friend. That's how much I think of this IEM. Alright, so that's my overall rating for this Dunu Falcon Ultra. Let's compare it with another IEM, and that would be this is the KB Ear Storm. This is also a single dynamic driver IEM, and let me just bring out the graph of this just to show you guys, right, the difference between some of the quirks of this KB Ear Storm. Now, KB Ear Storm in terms of soundstage is narrower, is more intimate. The overall sound separation is also quite, I mean, it's good, right, for the price point. To be fair, this KB Ear Storm is, I think, 1/3 the price of the Dunu Falcon Ultra. So in terms of price to performance, I would say, this is still a good performer, right? In terms of KB Ear Storm is still a good performer. It's just that the sound quality that it produces at a totally different level in terms of the quality, okay, and the technical performance as well. So yeah, sound separation on this is okay, and also the details retrieved on this is not as well clear as the Dunu Falcon Ultra. And overall, I would say, technical performance is still the Dunu Falcon Ultra. It's got a more organic and more fun and more casual listening experience as the Storm. Now, KB Ear Storm is a little bit fatiguing when it comes to listening experience. I would say Falcon Ultra will give me a longer listening experience. For the Storm, when I'm listening to my tracks, after a while I would want to pull it out from my ear. Okay, so that's the difference in terms of technical performance. In terms of sound, right, the Storm sounds thicker, right? It's got a thicker low end, right, and sounds a bit boomy, all right, a bit boomy. It depends on the driver setup and of course the tuning. So if you have a more emphasized mid bass, at the same time the driver is not a well performing driver, then you get a boomy sound. Okay, yeah, so that's for the Dunu Falcon Ultra is not as bass heavy. It's thick, right, in the low end, but it's not as boomy, right, as the Storm. Okay, so overall the presentation of the Falcon Ultra still gives me a more fun and more engaging experience. Okay, now for the higher frequencies, I would say the Falcon, it sounds smoother, right? It sounds much more natural. For the KB Ear Storm, it's very harsh, right? It's harsh, it's fatiguing, it's sibilant as well. So it's that combination that gives the KB Ear Storm a very fatiguing listening experience. Sometimes some people will enjoy this type of treble. It depends, again, because this is quite niche, and it's definitely for treble heads who likes that intense and spicy treble. They will love this KB Ear Storm, but again, it's a very niche type of tuning. For the Falcon Ultra, is a very balanced tuning, very safe tuning in terms of the treble. It's very smooth and it's non-fatiguing at all. Okay, I mean, it's bright. For some people who are sensitive to treble, this will sound very bright to them, okay, if you're really sensitive. So it's not for everyone also, okay, but for me, I'm tolerable to treble. At the same time, I'm quite sensitive to treble. So yeah, I'm quite versatile in a sense, okay. I like this treble. It's just that it's nothing compared to the Storm when it comes to fatiguing and to the overall brightness and the sibilance of the treble. So this is really, really harsh as compared to the Dunu Falcon Ultra. Okay, so that's my comparison with the Falcon Ultra with the KB Ear Storm. And And that's it. That also concludes my overall review of this Dunu Falcon Ultra. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that's it for now. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. And I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.